Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. I'm going to share with you perspective from a number of different XRP chart analysts, including one who says that $17 XRP is highly plausible. And that's a direct quote. Now, not that he thinks that's as high as it could go. He'll not be surprised. I'll show you when we get a little bit further into the video. It could go much higher than that, actually. But double-digit XRP, it just... I gotta tell you, like, it doesn't seem remotely unreasonable. Now, I'm not a chart guy, so I'm not going to make predictions, but based on historic precedent, have coins had enough of a multiplier effect from roughly the level that XRP has been at a little bit earlier in the cycle to get to, yes, stuff like this has happened. ETH's done it, right? So it's not crazy to think we could really genuinely see double-digit XRP this market cycle. Just kind of a question of, if so, what's the actual top? So I do want to talk a bit about that. But the more immediate question might be, is this breakout real? I'll tell you, I'm not going to tease you. At the outset of this video, I will tell you the answer is yes, according to analysts that I follow. In fact, in checking today, perspectives from tons of XRP chart analysts, I spent a lot of time going through. I'm not seeing a single analyst that says, no, this is just a fake breakout. In fact, it's been sustained long enough that they seem to have either certainty or very near certainty that this is the real deal. Now, it doesn't mean XRP goes up in a straight line forever. And I talked about this a little bit in my last video, but I want to share with you more perspective because this probably actually is it. So I'll be waiting to see XRP resume its momentum to the upside. I'll not be surprised if in the short term we see finally XRP back over $1. You know, it is at a notable high. I mean, it's been XRP, frankly, it's been outperforming like Bitcoin and ETH dating back several months. But before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Okay, so almost 100% of what I'm covering in this video is going to be XRP specific, but I do want to highlight this first. There was this post from Seth Golden, and he's a hedge fund consultant, and he was talking about small cap stocks. And the reason I'm highlighting this is because historically, we have never seen an alt season without seeing expansion in the stock market, specifically money flowing into small cap stocks. That's why we're looking at the Russell 2000, which is specifically what's on here is the iShares Russell 2000 ETF. So it's an ETF that tracks the Russell 2000 index itself. And so to get small cap stocks here, breaking out. So then the question is this a fake out or is it really happening? Well, Seth Golden's thinking this is the real deal, which is what we, from a historical perspective, we must see, or you don't get alt season if it doesn't happen. Because and the reason it happens in tandem, it's pretty easy to understand. It's human psychology. If you're a human that's willing to go further out the risk curve and invest into riskier stocks, which would be the smaller cap ones as opposed to large cap, if you're investing in the stock market and the crypto asset class, you probably feel like you're willing to take on more risk in both. If you go further out in the stock market, you're probably the type that's going to go further out if you're investing in crypto as well. And that's when you see people not just purchasing Bitcoin, which does lead cycles, of course, but then getting further out into other large caps, mid caps, and small caps. That's why this is important. And so Seth Golden wrote the following: the probability of a false breakout for small caps and to a multi-year high is unlikely given the breakout came with a replicated and confirming breakout in advance/decline line. So take it for what it's worth. He thinks this is the real deal also. And we have seen that expansion recently, not perfectly in a straight line, but we have seen that expansion begin here with small cap stocks, the Russell 2000. You'll love to see it. It's something that we've been tracking. I've been tracking on this channel since, pretty regularly since the beginning part of this year, because it's been clear for a long time that's of crucial importance. There's also this post from chart analyst Blunts. He shared the following with his 292,000 followers on X. It's a Bitcoin USD chart. And he said, that should be it for the Bitcoin pullback, in my opinion. Next up, the big $100,000 resistance. So we did see Bitcoin up to like what, somewhere around $93,000 the other day, a little bit of a pullback. He thinks that's it. So maybe, I mean, at least if he's right, we will see a continuation to the upside. But let's talk about XRP for the rest of the video. There's this post from Charting Guy, and he says, Dino coin season is back. And I love this because it's been such a false narrative that the XRP and these old coins, nobody cares, they're not going to go. No, that's the stupidest crap you could possibly say. Stop using your stupid little face hole to say stupid things. To say that the old coin, the Dino coin XRP, it's not going to go, then explain Bitcoin. Why is that one? That's the oldest Dino coin that there is, from 2009. #1 in market cap. I'm sorry, old coins can't do number go up? You freaking idiot sticks. So thankfully, Charting Guy, he knows better than that, and he's squashing that. He's been squashing that narrative forever. And so he says, Dino coin season is back. We had a mini one in spring. This one should be the real deal, in my opinion. All the laggards that everyone was complaining about a month ago are waking up. Doge, XRP, Litecoin. Go figure. Call me crazy, but come on, man. He's right. He's right. And Tony, this is a post from chart analyst Tony Severino. It's a Litecoin chart. I'm just going to be brief on this. And then on the right, it's an XRP chart. But he very clearly agrees. He says, Litecoin is lagging XRP and is next for a big breakout. And so the reason that I even bother to mention that is because this narrative from people who live in this stupid little echo chamber it's always been bogus. And reputable chart analysts have always acknowledged that. So I just want to share with you a couple examples of that. There's this post from chart analyst Leb Crypto from November 12th, and this, I mean, it's been 3 days. This has aged like a fine wine so far. He says, XRP has printed an extremely bullish long trade signal. Gonna be the best week in a long time. Let's go XRP. Definitely that is aged well. It's been 3 days, but looking pretty damn good. Looking pretty good. I mean, think about it. Just from like a week and a half ago, XRP was 49 cents and then it ran up to 91 cents. And I don't think it's going to be stopping, folks. There's this post from Tommy JR. He seems to agree here. He says, XRP took a little longer, but I hope you guys like it. I absolutely do. And so he seems to think that this probably is the real breakout as well. But again, I can't find an analyst who doesn't think that. I mean, take a look at this. And this is another XRP chart. It looks like it's got against the M1 money supply. And it's breaking out of the symmetrical triangle. Look at those trend lines he drew. He says, it is just beautiful, XRP. Well, this is what I keep seeing. Here's a post. I got two posts, actually, from Dom. He's at TraderView2. One from November 13th, and then one from this morning here. And so the one from November 13th reads as follows. XRP is officially breaking out of a 7-year triangle. After multiple false breakouts the last 2 years, this one is seeming to turn successful. As long as 64-cent range is being held, we consider this a real breakout. However, the real move needs Bitcoin dominance to be dropping. Okay, so now we have an update here, and he does think it's the real deal. He says XRP update. And again, this one's from this morning. He says plus 28% already. I can't imagine this being a false breakout at this point. If we get a retest in the 70s, meaning 70-something cents, I think that will likely be a great buying target for $1 and plus. Okay, so as I always warn, this thing is not going to go up in a straight line. Doesn't matter. That's normal. That happens with every coin. So if it does start to go back down a little bit, it's not time to flip out. I mean, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to stay in excitement mode because I understand the point in the cycle that we're at, and I've been waiting for this for about 7 years at this point. So you ain't going to step on my trip. I'll just say that. Here's a post from 360 Trader, another analyst who very clearly believes this breakout is real. He's predicting anywhere from $4 to $8 peak for XRP this cycle, which I'm willing to bet a lot of you are going to think that's conservative, and I got to admit, I'm kind of wondering if it is too. He could be right, but I will not be surprised if we see double digits this cycle. And so he wrote XRP and everything you need to know, and you can see the trend lines he drew here, and XRP clearly having broken out. And then last cycle, you can see 2021, he wrote here, handcuffed cycle as I said it would be. Well, yeah, and fair enough, because the SEC was attacking, so not surprising. But this is the real deal. He thinks it's clearly the real breakout as well. Here's a post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto, XRP USD chart. He says, this XRP breakout of the 3-year downtrend means one thing, massive rally incoming. And so here you can see another symmetrical triangle with the trend lines going back. In this case, he drew it back to last cycle, and we're breaking out of it. It took years, and now we're breaking out at the moment where you see the Russell 2000 finally lighten up a bit. You see some altcoins taking off. You see Bitcoin has been going crazy. Everything's happening just as you would want it to, and XRP just happens to break out because historically it has always moved when the rest of the markets, really, crypto and stock market, it's also going. It all moves in tandem. This shouldn't be surprising. We just had to be patient. And we still have to be a bit more patient because the new all-time high isn't here yet. But does anybody doubt that what's likely is it's coming sooner than later? I mean, come on. So anyway, he posted that in yesterday morning, and then this morning he wrote, this again, Mikey Bull Crypto. I like this. Look at that gigantic green candle. So he wrote, the XRP probability of pulling this kind of candle on the macro chart before the end of this year seems kind of high. You think? Thankfully, you witnessed what happened to Doge and Ripple in 2017. And so I will admit, I'm surprised that he's conflating Ripple with XRP. He should know better than that. But I'm not going to give him a hard time. I'm in a great mood here. I'm not going to beat him over the head. But no, he means XRP, obviously. But yeah, when it goes, it goes. And as I always say, either you have exposure to the asset when it goes, or you do not, and you try and play catch up. That's why when I buy stuff, I just don't do anything, whatever that means. And I hold for years and years and years, and it just works out, and the crypto pie gets bigger, and that's that. It's not rocket science. Here's a post from chart analyst Joe Matoshi talking about XRP. He says, there was plenty of time to work on this trade. Like I said then, smart dollar cost average over time. But we know most will buy after several X's. Don't let it go by, because this one will play an important part in the future XRP. Yeah, exactly. And that is true. How many people are FOMOing into XRP right now as it nears $1 when you could have just bought it over the last couple of years? Even as, think about that. In summer of 2022, it got as low as 28 cents. That was the cycle low, 28 cents. You could have bought it before the election. Even that would have been the last lowest price in all likelihood for the cycle of 49 cents. But people never want it when it's cheap, do they? They once it's done, once it's doubled in price, tripled, quadrupled, that's when they want it. And you just wait. When XRP, if we actually do get to double-digit prices, my God, the amount of money that will flow. I know it's stupid, but this is human psychology. People feel validated. Oh, it's worth that much. It's been running that much. Oh, safe to buy. No, it's the exact opposite. It's best to buy when it's low, and nobody has that type of confidence. But, people going to people, and frankly, I'm counting on that. That's part of my overall investment strategy. Yes, humans are going to keep acting like humans, 100%. There's this post from chart analyst crypto, XRP BTC chart. Look at that green candle. Your XRP at resistance against Bitcoin breaking above this level would be huge, and you can see the level on the screen if you care to look. XRP's bottom against Bitcoin this cycle was June 7th. It has not broken down, and given that every analyst that I follow thinks that this is a true breakout for XRP against the dollar, I'll not be surprised to see this continue XRP against Bitcoin as well. Not in the least. XRP from here is going to substantially outperform Bitcoin and ETH. That's my conviction. We'll see what happens. Then we have this from chart analyst Greg Crypto, and this is a fun one because I mentioned some double-digit price action from a particular analyst at the outset of this video, and that is from none other than Greg Crypto. So he drew a few trend lines on the chart that's on your screen here, and I'll just describe it a little bit for those who are maybe walking your dog or driving and can't look at the screen. There are three trend lines that he named himself. One of them is Troposphere, there's one called Phobos, and one called Hermes, and he talks about them as we go through this post here with some very large targets. And again, I don't make price predictions. This could happen. Like this, the type of price levels he's talking about, like stuff like this does happen in crypto in a single market cycle. So it really does depend on how much money flows into the space, though. So I don't know if it's going to hit these types of levels he's talking about, of course, but it's plausible. It really, I agree with him. Like he called the $17 level plausible. Like, yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's sure as hell ain't crazy. So here's what he wrote. XRP Dynamics, Phobos, Hestia, and Hermes update. He says, let me go down to here. What's unique about this chart? A, this chart has been my guideline and one of the best charts I have, offering deep insights into price sensitivity. B, I'm drawn to the Greek methodology, and the names perfectly represent the chart's behavior. C, the line of Hestia has held us strong, protecting the price from falling below on the monthly time frame, aside from the wicks. D, flying above the troposphere is optimal, less air resistance, smoother conditions, and faster speeds, avoiding turbulence in the lower atmosphere. Now let's talk math and numbers. $1 mark is a major resistance on the November 2024 monthly candlestick. I believe closing above it will require extraordinary news to service, and trust me, It's coming. Show me the chart, and I'll show you the news. Yeah, and so that's, I certainly buy into, I get what he's saying here, of course. Frankly, when there's price action in these markets, it's almost never because of news. Like, markets get hot at the same time, and then when an asset starts going, whatever is occurring within that ecosystem at the moment, it's attributed to that. That happens all the time, and I just don't buy it. And so that's why he's saying that. It makes total sense. And he says, the $1.27 to $1.30 range is our entry point to the troposphere. A strong weekly and monthly close above it will smooth our flight. Less turbulence, and we'll start skyrocketing. I strongly believe that XRP will repeat part of its 2017 movement. Measuring from the troposphere, the white ascending triangle breakout could take us to $27. That's right, folks, $27 for one single XRP. I would love to see that. I mean, I'll have fully exited my position well before that, but I want that for all of my fellow XRP holders. Like, I want everybody to do well here, so I will be cheering on everyone that's still holding to that point. But I will have achieved life-changing wealth well before that, and I'm not going to be willing to take on that risk. But I don't find that price level to be insane. Like I said, I mean, hell, XRP, it did a 20x last market cycle with the SEC attacking. Like, yeah, I think we're probably going to be fine here. And then he says, if we measure from the line of Hestia, $17 is highly plausible. 2-digit XRP targets are in sight, but I will take partial profits at key milestones. Yeah, and that makes sense. You know, I'm not gonna sell all of my XRP all at once. I'm gonna scale out. You know, by the time we get maybe at some point between $4 to $5, for example, which I know is a lower target that most people are probably interested in, I might sell like 5%, because then somewhere around there, if I sell like 5 or 6%, I'll have recouped my entire investment into XRP, and then I'll just, you know, scale out as the price goes up. That's my plan. Just like I dollar cost average in, I'll be scaling out and taking profit. It's just that you don't have as much time. That's the thing. You know, I had years to accumulate, but I mean, think about 2017, that last blow off top for XRP. From when it started moving to the peak, you had about 2.5 weeks, and that was it. And so if you sold on the other side of the peak, yeah, you had a little bit more time. You know, it stayed in, you know, whatever the price levels were for you know, a little bit longer. But all that to say, I'm just, you know, and we can talk more about exit strategies in future videos, but that's my general thought. I'll just be scaling out as the price goes higher. It's just, what a time to be an XRP holder. This is cool sell. So I'm just like you guys, man. I'm glued to my phone, looking at the XRP price action, or if I'm at my computer, then like I am now, then staring at live coin watch. It's a beautiful sight here. But I'll go ahead and wrap up here for now. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.